Hi, my name is Rick McRandom. My actual name is Ricardo, but I call myself Rick McRandom because this is a video about me and my random thoughts. Now I'm going to start off with certain things. I speak about many different things, and I can speak about many different topics ranging from what's going on in, you know, pop culture. I love music, so I can talk about that all day, every day. And, any genre, the latest hip hop, R&B, pop, all that good stuff, rock, whatever. um, things that I'm knowledgeable of, and or even things that I'm not knowledgeable of. And it's an open forum, kind of. So fully, I say what I say. Not kind of. It is an open forum where I say what I say, and people can leave comments and let me know what you think. So it's open to everybody. Their opinion. So my opinion is my opinion, and your opinion is your opinion, and it's fine. And we can agree to disagree. Okay, so yeah, I am Ricardo, but I guess I nicknamed myself Rick McRandom because I've been told I am very random at times. My name is Rick, for sure, for Ricardo. So I'm start off with Gaga's Born This Way review. For Gaga's album Born This Way. I have the album. I listened to it for a long time now, since May 23rd. That's a long time. It's about to be September, but I've been listening to it for all these months now, the whole summer, and I love the album. If you know me, if somebody knows me, really knows me, they know I like Gaga a lot. Now, I'm not gonna call myself a little monster, but I do like Gaga, and the reason why I don't call myself a little monster is because I feel like that's a special thing you have to really feel and know that you really gonna ride out for Gaga fully. I like Gaga, but at the same time, I know I'm not gonna call myself a little monster, because there have been times when I haven't really, I guess, rolled for Gaga, to be honest, and I've questioned why she does what she does, but now I get it, and it's cool that I can say, okay, I get it more so than before. The album Born This Way, I like the album a lot, and the reason is because she really went in a great direction. I feel like she did the '80s rock, pop, metal infused with '90s industrial dance, infused with a little reggae or something, a little Caribbean on Judas, little something like a little reggae vibe, and of course, she did really well throughout the whole album. So it's like, if I would call it metal pop, or she calls it hooker pop sometimes, but I guess I call it just amazing music, because that's what I always get from Gaga. If nothing else, I get amazing music. She wrote the whole album. People co-wrote it, but she has first dibs on writing credits. So if you check your linear notes on the album booklet cover, or your the digital one, if you have an iTunes, just read through it, and if you see her name first, it's because I bet she was the one who had the major input, the most input maybe. I could be wrong, but she did write the whole album, and she did produce it as well. And of course she can do that because she does play the piano, and I think people forget that. She's a great musician. And I read the Rolling Stone article where it said she considers herself a musician who happens to be a pop star, and I really do believe that. And it's so fitting because it's true. She started out, with the whole musician, like rock, and it's not new. It's not a fad that she does this on Born This Way, where it's really like rock inspired '80s rock. Like, I get a little Bon Jovi. I get we will rocking, all that. I get all that, and then I get the do 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 Judas and Judah. So I get every little thing she does, the nuances, the rah rah ga ga. I get all that, and then government hooker. Government hooker is about mistresses. And it's not even about hookers. It's about just a powerful mistress. And of course, she references all these people, but it's just the fact that she starts with an operatic thing. And if you listen to the intro, it's like she's like opera, and then it goes to dance, and then it goes to runway kind of. It just, I'm never disappointed with that album. It's a great album. I love it. Like, it is such a great classic album. And she said that it's an album that speaks for itself, or it's one of those albums that'll forever be like a staple of like, when people say it's the soundtrack to my life. Like, this was the album that helped me. I can honestly say, from Born This Way, I'm beautiful in my way, because God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. Don't hide yourself in regrets. Just love yourself and you're set. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way, yeah. From LGBT to everything. That message. And she said in the VMAs, that video, that song, even the whole album, it's like everybody has a message in their music, and it's so true. She won the video in the VMAs for music with a message, and she was nominated, with other people. And it's like, she said it so eloquently, everybody has an effing message in their music. She's no different than anybody else. It's just about the fact that she chooses to use her message for something that may inspire others, or some people have their message for whatever. But either way, I love the album. Britney rocks. That's it. Britney Spears rocks. Britney Spears is amazing to me, because Britney is in between Madonna and Gaga. And what I mean by that is, Madonna was first in the 90s. Madonna moved from Michigan, dancer, all that good stuff, to New York City, Sire Records, Everybody, first single, Everybody, and then two bands, Emmy, I believe, and a band with the name Breakfast in it. She used to play drums before she even started singing in the band. She said it was like then a little guitar, and then she just danced and sang, and she appeared in places like Danceteria. I believe that's the name of the club back in the 80s. But she was doing it in the 80s, the club scene. First album, Madonna, and yeah, Madonna. Britney in the 90s. See, that's why I call myself Rick Random. I go back and forth, but either way, Madonna in the 80s, 90s Madonna, and then late 90s, Madonna was still doing it. Remember, Madonna was doing it, still doing it now, with all these artists out there. So keep that in mind. Madonna's still doing it. So, and Janet. So never forget that. Madonna and Janet are still doing it. I wish I could say the same thing about Paula Abdul. She is doing it in a different way, but Paula Abdul is doing it. No matter what anybody says about Paula, she did it. Don't forget Paula Abdul. And don't forget Opposites Attract with Scat Cat. Don't forget that. I don't. She may want to forget that now. Either way. Okay, so it was Madonna. Then Britney. And now Gaga. So Britney was in the middle, because that late 90s period. Don't forget the Spice Girls either. Because Britney owes a lot to the Spice Girls, because they really did a lot for pop. Period. People forget about the Spice Girls. They forget about Baby, Ginger, Posh, Scary, and Sporty. My favorite was always, if I had to choose one, actually I can't choose one. I have to choose two. It would be Baby and Ginger. So Ginger and Baby, yeah, they were the coolest. But yeah, so then that's why my name is Rick Random. Rick Random. Rick McRandom. That's my nickname. That's why I go from one thing to the next. Okay, so back to Britney. Britney rocks, and she was in that time period. So Britney has been through all this stuff. She weathered the storm, and she's still doing it with the Femme Fatale tour. She seems so happy. She was really genuinely happy in the VMAs, thanking everybody